Hello, I'm Deborah, and today Deanna and I are here with our Tim Talk of the Day and Tim Tip of the Day. So let's see, what do we want to start with, Deanna? Again, reviewing the lemon water and celery juice on a daily basis. We have a couple of stories about that.
Yes.
One is Janice, who 74 years old, has health issues that she feels a lot of pain from on a daily basis, and she tries not to take the Advil, the pain medication, and so she lives with pain a lot. So she was very hopeful when she saw our videos and read the newsletters, and she said she devoured it and started with the lemon water and celery juice. She noticed within 1 week that the best thing she noticed was that the bloat, she had less bloat.
Wow.
And she noticed it in a week.
Wow.
And she's going to have to do it for a while. She's been actually blending it and squeezing it out through a cheesecloth or a strainer.
Wow.
So she's been working hard at it too.
Oh.
And so I suggested to her to just go for the juicer.
Yeah,
Get the Omega juicer on Medical Medium's website. And the link is going to be in the description, and it makes it so much easier. So one of the things, so we heard from Monica this week also, and Monica. Said that she's been trying to get into the habit of the lemon water and celery juice and heavy metal detox smoothie for months. Because we've been talking, she is our web designer, our graphic designer, and she has been pretty much listening, watching the videos, listening to us talk about it every week in our meetings. And so the defining moment for her was when you said that when you go to the grocery store, you just buy 7 stalks of celery. It's just 7 stalks of celery.
7 bunches.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I know, I think she said stalks too. So 7 bunches.
Yes.
And you have it in your fridge for the week.
Yeah.
And then you know every day what you're gonna do as soon as you get up in the morning. Have your lemon water. And that's for detoxing, that's for flushing out all of the pathogens and toxins that the liver has processed. And that's
through the night.
Through the night, yes, while we're sleeping.
Yeah.
That's why one of the reasons we do go to sleep, because our organs are working so hard to keep us healthy, so that we can do everything that we do during the day.
So first thing in the morning, you flush all those toxins out of your body.
I do 32 ounces. You can start with 16 ounces.
And you'll be amazed. You'll actually, you'll be thirsty.
And your body will crave it too.
And it'll be so satisfying. It's just amazing.
I
like to put honey in my raw honey in my lemon water.
Yeah.
And I love a lemony lemon water as well.
Yes, and I
feel
don't
like I'm
have
drinking natural lemonade.
Yeah. So I like half of a lemon in my 32-ounce jar. Deanna likes a whole lemon. I like a lot of honey. Do you like a lot of honey?
Not as much as she does.
Yeah, I love the sweet.
Yeah.
And the glucose of the fruits, when we add lemon to our water, it's making it a living beverage. But the glucose,
it has more nutrients. Power
it's more nutrient rich.
Yeah.
The honey is going to provide my brain with the glucose it needs for functioning,
especially first thing in the morning.
Yeah, and our bodies thrive on the glucose in our brain. Our brains thrive on it. It's for brain health, and so starting with that, and the more good that you give your body, the more good it's going to crave. It's just natural. It's an evolving process.
It's so fun to just even look back and think, when I saw my niece, eating 9 bananas at once, I was like, there no way could I ever, eat 9 bananas. And now I do. I have about 9 bananas a day and 2 different smoothies, but.
Yeah, so if you think that there's no way that you could get up and drink lemon water and not have your coffee or your tea, if you think there's no way, just try it.
Try it.
Just try it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And challenge yourself, and find out for yourself if that's true. That way, your mind and your thoughts are not controlling your body,
right?
But you're saying, hold on a second here, mind, because I want to feel how my body feels and not how my mind is telling me that I'm going to feel.
Yeah. With I'm not gonna lie, the first week I would have my lemon water, my celery juice, and then I would have my latte, or I would have my lemon water, celery juice, heavy metal detox smoothie, and then I'd have my latte, and and then eventually, now it's only once every couple of weeks that my body craves a latte.
Yeah, and I don't crave it at all. However, if Deanna has one, I will just take a sip of it. And so that's how I I don't think about it. I don't crave it. But sometimes when you smell coffee,
and my husband makes it every day.
And it
Kevin makes
smells
it every day.
so good.
It smells so good.
This isn't about depriving yourself.
No, because I can just smell his coffee and I'll be satisfied. So it's a smell attachment.
But it's an evolving process, yes. And
it's
sense, the olfactory sense actually has the strongest memory.
Yeah.
And if you think about food and how much we equate food with traditions, with rituals, with family, with
I loved having coffee in the morning with somebody. It's such a ritual.
Yes.
And it's so feeds my soul.
And so now when you have coffee, like when you go to have coffee with Nancy, what do you drink?
I'll have my herbal tea. And I'll bring usually it's lemon balm or hibiscus.
And so you've already had your smoothie and everything else? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll have my smoothie with me.
Yeah.
Because it takes me all morning to drink it.
Yeah, so it's all about integration.
This one.
And integrating it. There's her heavy metal detox smoothie. So I've done really well today because I got my lemon water, celery juice, and my heavy metal detox smoothie in before 11 a.m. And that is a record for me because I am so busy in the morning. And I don't take the time to just take a moment and drink it all, or sit down for 15 minutes and drink it all. I don't take that time in the morning, and that's because I love to get up and get going and get so many things done. So it's taking me 2.5 years to get to this point. Where I'm finally getting it all in before 11, and that
naturally evolves.
It naturally evolves.
You don't have to push it,
and we're not on a time frame.
No,
everyone is on their own time frame. But we can sit here and tell you that after 2.5 years of this process and watching how our bodies start craving the good stuff. And it's a process, and you have to be gentle with yourself.
And just allow it.
Yeah, and
it's
allow it.
It's easy when you allow it, and things are challenging when you resist it.
Yeah.
So it's all a choice. Am I going to allow it or resist it? So it's it's a choice.
Yeah.
And now I just have it down. It's so I was thinking about it this morning when I was doing it, because I make my orange juice, and because I have to have, I love fresh squeezed orange juice in my heavy metal detox smoothie. So I'm making my citrus juice, my orange juice, and putting the celery in the juicer.
Yeah, they're side by side.
They're side by side. And I've already got my heavy metal detox smoothie started with putting the bananas and the blueberries in there.
Right. So we have a system.
It's a little conveyor belt.
Yeah, so ask us questions. It's not actually a conveyor belt, but it feels like a conveyor belt because of how we have systemized this morning process.
And it took time.
So we're going to do
this for 2.5 years.
Yeah, we're going to send a video in our newsletter. And so if you want to be on our newsletter and you're not, go to info@timmakeup.com and sign up for our newsletters. And let's see, next is would you hand me a tissue, please? I just got smoothie all over my fingers. And we're going to talk a little bit about the benefits of the ingredients in the heavy metal detox smoothie. So we talked last week about doing the heavy metal detox smoothie, and we want to know, if you started. That was another thing that Monica shared with me this week, is that she has all the ingredients. She's ready to do it, and she's going to do it this weekend. And so that's a really good thing to do, is to not try to change your habits during the week when you've got your system down already.
Right.
And maybe the first few times you just do it on the weekends. And then once you start doing that, your body will crave it, and it will want more.
It'll be a process.
Yes.
Like we said, it's a process. And it's different for everybody.
Yes. We had another client come in this week, and her son, 14-year-old son, is going through some really difficult time with being made fun of because he has acne on his face. I referred her to the Medical Medium Instagram page, which is where there are a lot of healing stories. And there was one right on the top in the first 3 posts, or the most recent 3 posts. And one was for healing acne through the cleansing.
Wow. Really?
Yes. And so the trick for her is just going to be to get a 14-year-old to change his diet, but doing it gradually, and also because he has a strong desire. Yeah, really strong desire. So whatever your desire is, whether it is to have more energy, to not feel bloated and uncomfortable,
to feel good in your own skin,
to feel good, and to be happy when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see how clear your skin is, how bright your eyes are, and how great you feel.
Right.
If you want to lose weight, it's a wonderful process because it is so gradual and it happens. If you have chronic health issues, all you have to do is look up Medical Medium and whatever your issue is. He's got cleanses, supplement protocols, everything in his book or online on his blogs.
Yeah.
So he publishes everything.
And he has a podcast.
And he gives all of this information out for free because it has been his passion and mission since he was very young. Yeah, very young kid. And he's like late 40s, I think, early 50s. And
Anthony Williams.
Yes, millions and millions of people. He has helped them. They've been healed.
Their diet.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
and he talks about, what I love about in his books is that he does talk about the spiritual connection of it.
Sure, yeah.
And
there's a really strong connection between the body, mind, and spirit.
Yes.
And I have a wonderful story about that that we'll share the next in our next
cool.
video. But for the benefits of the
heavy metal detox
heavy metals,
smoothie. So I mentioned there's blueberries and bananas. 2 cups of blueberries. It calls for 2 bananas, and I need to get the calories in, so I usually put about 5 bananas, and then a cup of cilantro, and a teaspoon of spirulina, a teaspoon of barley grass juice powder, and 2 tablespoons of Dulse, which is a seaweed.
Yeah, so let me tell you about just even the Dulse, what the Dulse does. In addition to mercury, this edible seaweed binds to lead, aluminum, copper, cadmium, and nickel. Unlike other seaweeds, Atlantic Dulse is a powerful force for removing mercury on its own. So you can read more about that in the link that we're going to have in the description about all of the benefits of why we have the Atlantic Dulse. Deanna and I like to eat it, the sheets of it, but there it is. So we order it online. We'll have the link to the place that we order it, Ironbound Seaweed. It comes from Maine. It comes right out of the ocean, and it's fresh. That's the freshest that I've gotten is the Ironbound.
And it's salty.
Yes.
And so that really, it really replaced any other salt cravings.
Yeah.
I don't use salt anymore.
Yeah, I know. No, none. No
it
table
tastes
salt.
too much if I taste it now.
Yes. Cilantro goes deep into hard-to-reach places, extracting metals from yesteryear. So it's great for that mercury inheritance we're carrying around. So it goes into the deep, hard-to-reach, deep places inside our intestines where, we have we have 30 feet of intestines.
Right.
And so there are little pockets and, that's where polyps start forming and stuff is when stuff is stuck in there.
So we need to clean it out.
Clean it out, yeah.
And what was it that cleaned out the spirulina?
No, cilantro.
Cilantro.
Yes,
Okay.
it's hard to reach. Wild blueberries draw heavy metals out of your brain tissue. And so it's the heavy metals in the brain.
That's why you can think clearer.
you can think clearer. And it also, and he does go into it, if you Google medical medium and bipolar, how the heavy metals in our brain can mimic mental health issues, or I should say issues that are labeled by the medical industry as health issues or mental illness. And it is because of the sometimes
it's a
because
mental
of the
imbalance.
Heavy metals in our brains. And I have a story from when I was 27 years old that I'm going to share next week about my own experience with bipolar and the bipolar label in my 20s. So I'm looking so forward to sharing that story next week, and talking about more successes that we hear throughout the week with people who are doing. And comment
really
if you
appreciate that you're commenting and that you're subscribing.
Yes.
And that we push the notification.
Yes.
So when the new videos come up, thank you so much.
Yeah, and so it's so important to engage in the community. Let us know how you're thinking.
And it's
Let
so
us
great
know if you're doing any.
when you know someone's having the same experience as you are.
Yes.
It's just validates what you're going through.
Yeah, and remember to get a buddy.
Yeah.
Get a buddy to do it with. It's so much more fun.
So thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.